Welcome back, Gundam guys and Gundam gals. Patrick Grady here from GGinfo.com, and today I'm very happy to bring you the unboxing video for the biggest release for Bandai this year, the Master Grade Nu Gundam Verka. December is always a big month for Bandai. Usually they have their biggest release of the year, typically either a huge Master Grade or a Perfect Grade. Last year it was the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam. The year before that, I believe, was the Perfect Grade Strike Freedom. I'm not sure, I can't remember my timeline very well. But this year, it's a Katoki redesign or reimagining of the Nu Gundam design from the Char's Counterattack OVA that came out years ago. I watched that in bits and pieces, so I'm not real familiar with the history of the Nu Gundam. I just know that it's big and looks pretty awesome, so I'm looking forward to having this kit. I do have the Master Grade High Nu Gundam. I never got around to getting the old version of the Master Grade Nu Gundam, but I do want to get that kit just for comparison's sake at this point in time. Although Gundam Guy was sold out of it, so I couldn't get my hands on it before I got this kit. But I will go back and build that one too. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this kit quite a bit because of the color separation and the new hands. They have some Perfect Grade style hands on the Master Grade kit, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how well these guys turn out. And all around, this looks like a fantastic kit. Some people do have a problem with the appearance of the cycle frame in this kit, or at least what looks like cycle frame. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. I think it's either a cycle frame or the physical manifestation of Amuro's powers. But regardless of what it actually is, I'm not too bogged down with the canon or the accuracy of the redesign here. I just care about how it looks on the kit and how the kit functions. So my opinion on the kit will be from a non-biased point of view. So enough of all that stuff. Let's go and take a look at all the contents of the box and see what's inside and go on from there. So a big release deserves a big box, and the Nu Gundam here has a pretty big box. Not as big, of course, as the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, but about half that size. There, of course, is a striking image of the Nu Gundam here on front with the cycle frame showing. Looks very nice, really nicely detailed, nicely colored and everything. Along one edge, we get the suit information, a quick pose of the kit up on the included action stand, as well as a plain front shot there. On the other side, the weapon loadout, the fin funnels, the beam rifle, the beam sabers, the bazooka, and the shield. And a back and front shot of the kit, looking really statuesque there, as well as some shots of the gimmicks and stuff. So not a lot of posing going on the sides here, so maybe this is a pretty solid kit. Like the Unicorn Gundam on the Sananju, it might be bricky. We'll have to see how it looks when everything's put together. But great box art. Always love Katoki stuff. It always looks pretty nice, so there you go. So we'll start off by taking a look at the white plastic here with the H plate. We have a huge chunk for the shield. Also the beam rifle, the bazooka, some handles, the beam saber handles here with their collapsible mounting point. So I was a little disappointed seeing this one huge chunk for the front of the shield, although it does have a lot of great panel lining here. And we will get some color separation with the gaps and stuff here and on the bottom. It would be nice to have a different color for the front of the shield, but I guess that's pretty nitpicky at this point in time. Next up, we'll take a look at the G plate, which has a lot of pieces for the head, including the front, the face mask, the back, and the sides. We have the back skirts and the front skirts, and a sitting and standing version of Amuro Ray there. If I get my camera to focus in on it, it's nicely detailed and everything. So if you have the patience and the fine motor skills to paint up these little guys, so you can do a good job with that one. You can see in the front skirts and back skirts here a lot of good mechanical detail, a lot of nice deep panel lines. Finishing off the plain white plastic, we have two eye plates. The 6 funnel pieces here with notches and everything etched in the plastic, looking really good there. As well as some more parts for the legs and it looks like shoulders. Again, almost every piece here has some nice detail etched in the plastic, so there's no lack of mechanical detail on any of these pieces. Next up, we have 2 D plates, which are off-white, a very, very light gray. I'm excited to see this kind of color separation on Master Grade kits. It's been pretty commonplace on all the real grade kits, and thankfully it's finally moving over to at least the bigger releases on the Master Grade line. So hopefully this trend will continue, because it's always good to get a little bit of color variation in the plastic, even if it's just a couple shades or two lighter or darker. So these 2 plates are pretty much a repeat, with a couple unique pieces up here on the D1 plate. So moving on to the dark blue plastic, we have the E plate here. This color is very similar to what's on the Master Grade Banshee Gundam, or the Gundam Mark II in Titan's color, if not the exact same colors. So it's a really nice, rich, deep blue. We have a lot of huge chunks here. Ammo pack for the bazooka, the back of the shield, or at least the top of the shield, parts for the rifle, the top of the torso, and several different areas here. So a lot of nice detail in these pieces, of course. The Nu Gundam is larger than most normal Gundam suits, so this is going to be a bigger kit. So that's why we see these bigger chunks of plastic here. So next up we have 2 identical F plates with pieces for the back of the fin funnels, the connecting pieces for the funnels. We have the bottom of the feet here, with areas notched out for the yellow pieces to come through as a gimmick. Also the heels, the sides of the calves on either leg, and a couple different parts and pieces here. Nicely detailed, especially these fin funnels. A lot of good detail there on every single piece. So next up are the plates for the inner frame. We have two identical L plates. Now this is a nice color. It's not the light gray that we usually see on a lot of kits these days. This is a darker, almost a gunmetal gray. It's not shiny or metallic or anything, but it just looks good. So these look like to be a majority of the leg parts, with parts making up the legs and the ankles, and it looks like the hip joints and stuff here, with a couple different thrusters up here on top. And as always, nice mechanical detail in the inner frame pieces, which makes the prospect of painting this kit all the more interesting just because of all the detail there that you can bring out with a quick paint application. Next up we have two identical K plates in the gray plastic. A lot of parts for the arms up here, the joints, the forearms, the shoulder armor, the elbows, and several different areas there. And I believe all these pieces here go inside the fin funnels, either for their locking mechanism or for some contraption there, as well as the pieces for the bendy parts of the fin funnels, and then the hip joints, and a couple different odds and ends here. Last up for the gray plates, we have this weird size J plate, which is a little bit larger than the normal large plates in this kit. Inner frame pieces for the front and back skirts, the hip joints, the chest, the cockpit. An excellent amount of detail, which is to be expected from a Verka and a huge release, an expensive release like this one is. So taking a closer look at the plate for the hands, if you're familiar at all with the real grade kits or the perfect grade kits, this kind of thing will look familiar to you. The fingers themselves should be individually articulated. We should get at least 3 points of articulation in each finger. I can't wait to see how well they work and how well they hold onto the weapons. You can also see the small peg flipped out to the side here. I believe this guy flips around and tucks into the palm of the hand here when not in use. But if this should be used for securing the weapons to the hands, I'm looking forward to seeing how well these guys hold on to the weapons, because a biggest bone of contention with master grade kits are the hands and how they do or do not function. So hopefully this will be a good solution for master grade kits, but we'll see what happens when all said and done. And this should be a common insert for most kits too, because this is on a plate by itself. So maybe Bandai will start putting these in with all the kits here on out. And also in gray plastic we have these two plates for polycaps. Next up we have two plates of yellow plastic, the B2 and the B1. The B2 being the upper left section of the B1 plate. A lot of accent pieces for the V-fins. Inserts for the thrusters, which is pretty cool. Nice big chunks for the dual layer V-fin here. Even a small chunk that goes on the front of the crotch, I believe. As well as a couple other odds and ends here. This is a nice vibrant yellow. It'll look good next to the dark background of the dark blue. We have a small plate of red plastic. Parts for the ammo packs for the bazooka, the missiles at the bottom of the shield, the goatee, and a couple different pieces here. I'm not quite sure what they go on. So next up we have two clear green A plates. Pretty much the same color that was used on the Psycho frame for the Full Armor Unicorn Gundam from last year. A lot of these pieces are for the inner frame parts that are showing through, as well as the cockpit area. Looks like the neck for the LED to shine through. A couple different cameras, the eyes, and a couple different odds and ends here. So next up we have the clear pink plastic for the beam saber blades. We have one standardish design here, and one unique kind of a slashing design, or maybe a sword edge design here. I like seeing variations on the beam saber blades just because they get kind of boring after a while. And the main beam saber handle has two parts for this handle, or for this blade, and for the smaller blade here at the bottom. So can't wait to see how that looks all put together. I always love when Bandai includes the action stands along with these bigger kits, even though it does add a little bit of money to the overall price. I think it's a good inclusion. We got a nice big stylized A here for the base in black plastic. This of course is Amuro's signature A kind of deal there, so that's looking nice. And then we get a plate of clear plastic here with the support structures, the two larger pieces here for the kit, as well as the 8 individually articulated arms here for the various fin funnels, 2 main arms, and then joints and stuff to go along with it. So taking a look at the various sticker sheets here, First up, we have the silver sheet of stickers. These are usually used in the age kits. They go behind the clear parts to help the color pop a little bit, but I've never seen this many of them used in one kit before. They're kind of tedious to put on because they're tricky to get behind the parts right and get everything lined up, but they do help brighten the color up quite a bit. So make sure you take the time to use these. We also have the stickers for the eye cameras and the weapon cameras too. So nice stuff here. So next up we have a uniquely styled sheet of stickers here. I'm not quite sure how I feel about these because it appears these go on certain parts of the kit to provide some color separation. Similar to what was used on the knees of the Master Grade Age 1. I think these guys are kind of in the same vein. So I'm not sure how well they'll work and how well they'll look on the kit. Again, it's kind of weird to see a Master Grade of this quality have these kind of stickers on it, but it's too early to judge right now, so we'll have to see how they look then. The next up, we have a nice sheet of water slides here. The standard plethora of Kotoki design warning stickers and everything, as well as some Amuro Ray stuff here with the A there and the A for the shield. And then some Londo Bell or RA stuff here as well for various areas on the kits. Now water slides are a little tricky, but once you get used to using them, they look really nice. They don't have the annoying outline like the other decals do, but they do require a little bit of extra skill and time because you usually have to top coat these guys with either Tamiya top coat or Krylon or something, so they don't get scratched off and damaged on the kit because they're very fragile. Even like rubbing your finger across them when you get them on can disrupt them and make them look bad. So they are a good idea, but they are a time sink if you choose to use them all. Everything about the packaging on a Verka kit is usually pretty nice, especially the manuals. We have a different shot of the kit on front here. Nothing really on back, just the credits for the making of the kits. On the inside, we have some nice line art of the front and back of the kits, as well as some CAD design or mechanical design of how everything goes together. And then a fold-out thing here showing off the front and back of the kit and all the gimmicks and everything that we saw usually on the sides of the box. So nice stuff here. I assume over here we either have some information about the evolution of the kit design or suit information or something here. I can't tell you what this is exactly, but it looks nice. And then we go on to the typical plate layouts, showing off every plate and what's not being used on the plates. It does appear there's a few pieces not being used, like on the A1 plate here, which is kind of weird being a totally unique kit here. But we'll see what those are for later on. And then of course we start making everything. Start off with the body, the head and the arms, the legs, and the lower body and everything. So here's where the stickers come in place. On the sides here, the calf area, have a couple of stickers on each side. So I'm worried about how well they look and how well they stay on. But again, I'll hold off judgment until it's all said and done. And then continuing to build everything, putting everything together. Everything's nicely laid out and detailed, so there's no issue with putting everything together. And then the really cool thing here on the back, we have a full color layout for the decals and stickers and everything, as well as instructions on how to use the water slides, I assume here. The steps required to get them to work, but of course this is in Japanese, so it's a little bit difficult. I do think that Vegeta does have some excellent tutorials on how to use these water slides. You might want to go check those out if you're interested in using them. As well as a painting guide there at the bottom to mix up your own paint if you want to paint the kit over the original colors. So this indeed is a huge kit in terms of everything from price, size, amount of plastic, and expectations. I'm looking forward to seeing how well this kit turns out. I enjoy seeing the color separation provided by the extra shade of white plastic. The new hand layout looks amazing. I'm worried about all the stickers being required to use for extra colors there. That's a little weird. We'll have to see how it turns out. This kit is just under $100 at ggninfinite.com. Follow the link down below to pick up your own. He has plenty of them in stock, even after all the reserves, so make sure to get your own at ggninfinite.com. And be on the lookout, too, for the extra fin funnel set, where we get a double dose of fin funnels and a couple other things for the kit. I did finally pick up some LED lights here in the green color for the kit to light up the eyes and everything, so I can't wait to see how well that turns out, too. And let me know what you think of everything with a comment down below. Do you like the new design of the new Gundam with the cycle frame and everything? What are your thoughts on the Master Grade line in general? I hope the Master Grade line continues to evolve like the real Grade line has. I'll be back as soon as I can with the first part of the review. I know I missed the Zeta so far. I got the unboxing up, but I got sick all week this past week. I was pretty sick for the whole week, and I missed a lot of work and everything. So I've got to get caught up, but I want to get this one done first. And Gundam Guy does too, so I'll get it up as soon as I can, and then move back to the Zeta. And make sure to head over to my competition that I have if you want to win your own copy of this kit. The main prize is a free Nu Gundam Verka. So follow the link for the competition video here, and submit your entry for your own custom color scheme or mod scheme. So thanks a lot for watching. Leave a comment down below. Go to ggfinite.com to pick up your own. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you soon.